so I got my helper Sayla with me today, and we are gonna go into the greenhouse, inside the greenhouse. Very cool, because it's kind of chilly out here today. It'll feel good in the greenhouse. We're gonna go inside and do some work. All right, well, how cool is this? We're inside the greenhouse. It's kind of cold out today, but it feels great inside here. So this is really, really cool to be in here. So we've got some inside work we need to start doing now that it's closed up. I still got a couple little things with the roll-up side portion to do, but we're gonna level everything out inside, and then we'll probably bring in a little more gravel to even things out, and then we can start putting benches in here and bringing plants in here and turn it into a real live greenhouse. Right, Sayla? And Sayla's gonna help me today. I need lots of help with this, right, Sayla? Okay. All right, it's time to get some work done, right, Sayla? Right? Yeah. Okay, here we go.
Here we go.
Well, Lana's home from school, and yeah, we tried putting a load of stone into the Ranger and dumping it in here, and it did fine, but I'd have to shovel in 20, 30 more of those. I don't think that's gonna work, so we're gonna go get the heavy artillery. Now let the real fun begin. Gotta spread all this stuff out. All right, girls, grab those shovels. Yeah. I'm gonna need your help. Oh, here comes Casey. We're just gonna start spreading the non-messy stone.
Chose this life, now it's choosing me. And how it
Lana's still going. Sayla's still here. It's looking a little more even in here, so
probably want to know why it's taking a little longer, because Sayla, she put little holes over here, so I gotta do them up. Daddy knows really cool. After coloring, we had snack.
Oh, yum yum.
After that, we got our coats on. We read a little book time, and after book time, we ate snack. And then after snack, we went to the fire station, and I'll show you what I got later. Mom.
Well, I'm bringing in the goods so we can start bumping up some things and gradually start moving some guests into the house. And right now I'm going through and I'm going to go take some cuttings of certain plants that do not like it cold and that will get harmed by the first frost. So yeah, that way we just have a good combination of things in here this year, and that way we'll have a good combination to continue growing for our garden for next year.
Yep,
It'll
sounds
help us
good.
save a little money too.
Yeah.
So the greenhouse is done. We just finished it, and we really want to show you because it looks awesome.
Yep, so we got all the, we still got some little things to do, but all the gravel, the clean gravel, is spread now.
There's probably 2 more things to do left. We got 2 fans.
Yep, we got a fan.
In the garage and a fan right there. Guys, look at these. These are huge. How are you gonna like lift these?
Yeah, that's gonna be tough. So that fan needs to go up there above the door. It does probably weigh a good 100 pounds, so I might need some assistance hiking that up the ladder. Sayla's gonna have to come help me with that one. Or Lana, right?
I think me, I'm a little stronger than Sayla. I can, no you're not, I'm stronger than you.
Okay, okay.
I'm wondering if maybe tonight we should move some stuff in, but like at least like the tropicals, like they're starting to look kind of
Yeah,
worn.
we can move some stuff in
like
there.
the banana tree, look at it. It's not looking as nice.
Yeah.
I took cutting of all of my favorite coleus, and I'm just taking cuttings of things in these beds that can't come in, because we don't want to bring too much in. We want to kind of start fresh with new plantings, so then by next year we have fresh plants for the garden. You don't want to bring in too much at once. It's kind of like when you start a fish tank, you don't put a whole school of them in there, you know.
Yeah,
You only
that
start
makes
off with
sense.
1 or 2. And that's kind of how it is with this, because you don't want anything bringing in too many bad bugs, because then it'll become too much to deal with.
Yeah,
So,
that's a good point.
yep. Yeah.
All right, well, this is day 2 of our weekend. We got a bunch of stuff to do, and we're running out of time because of the weather. We got rain coming in at 2 o'clock. It's 11 right now, so let's hit it. But first, let's go check on those kittens. Not sure if Fuzzy's in here with them. She's such a good mommy. There she is, yeah. They're already so big. I think they're 4 days today. And they're probably like double the size that they were when they were born. Alright, we'll see what Casey's up to.
Well, today I'm cleaning up my window boxes. I would normally just take some stuff out and leave these in, but I want to save these grasses. Another thing that I'm doing too is I'm seed saving from some of my snapdragons over here. So what I do is I take off the bad flowers. So like this one here, even though it's getting a brand new shoot there, we're gonna take this off and we're gonna let them sit in a bowl. And where it's dark, we're gonna let them naturally dry up. And then once they dry up, then you open it up. I'll show you. Once they dry up, this one's not dry, but once they do dry up, there's all kinds of seeds in there.
Oh, cool.
Yep, see that little dark one that came out?
Yep.
That's how little the snapdragon seeds are. So all those seeds in there, those are all the snapdragon seeds. So once they dry, they actually come out a lot easier. When they're still green like this, it's actually a little moisture left in there, and they kind of stick to there. So I always like to make sure that they're a little bit more drier, and then they're ready for whenever we plan on.
Cool. So this is gonna be the last time you see the, this is the full size that they reached this year.
We've had a lot of wind, so with the wind it actually made them start toppling over, so they don't look as good, so it's time.
Yeah, yep, but one last look at them before they get chopped. Wow, looks like angel wings on you, hun.
The dark angel.
Unfortunately, dark angel wings.
They do need to be standing.
Yeah. All right, well, we'll let you get to it.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, well, the last thing I've got to finish up on the greenhouse before it's completely enclosed are these roll-up sides here. So there is a whole mechanism that allows you to crank it up and down. I'm gonna put that on in the spring, and for right now I'm just gonna put track and wiggle wire down the side across the baseboard, and that way this thing's completely sealed up. So we're running out of time, and I don't want to try to figure out the roll-up sides now, so that'll be a project for me next spring. There's the girls. Yeah, if you can go in the greenhouse, it'll feel a lot warmer in there. How's that feel? Good? Oh, and with the sun shining, I bet it feels nice and warm in there.
The vertigo grasses were super hard to get out of the window boxes. I had to use my clipper to actually cut them out. The vertigo grasses get really deep roots and they're really strong. So now what we're doing is we're splitting them. So I have Jason helping me and I'll kind of show you what he's doing and how we're splitting them.
Kind of find a dividing line halfway between and cut. There we go.
There we go, we've got 2. So out of one bundle, we are getting about 4. And actually, when you look up close at these, every little one could be one, but I want them to start off with a little bit more of like a bigger root and fullness. Because sometimes if you go and just break them up into one, not all of them will make it. So this way they can start off nice and full and ready to go. So then by next season, they'll be really big and we can throw them in the landscape.
Yeah, that'll be pretty cool. Have our own growing up.
And just so you guys know, like vertigo grasses, you can get seed, start them from seed too, but they are actually a very expensive grass to get from your garden centers. One of these in a gallon-sized pot can be about $10.
Oh yeah, nice. So
yeah,
why not do this at the end of the season?
Yeah. So Jason and I counted 30 of these guys. So right here is about $300 worth of grasses in the spring because we split them. And you know, in the beginning, when we started off with the grasses in the window boxes, I used only 1 grass per box, but I split it when I got them. And now look at, we're able to get from 2 grasses, we now have 30 grasses.
That is really cool.
Yeah, and you can just keep doing this over and over because when you plant them in the spring throughout the whole summer, and right now they're tripling, quadrupling in size. So that's why you're able to continuously do that. Let me show you another one that I love doing that on. I'll show you from over here because it's a cooler container. But the umbrella grass, this is another one of those that you can split. So what I would do is just cut it all the way down. I'd leave about, 4 to 6 inches. You could go lower, but I just keep a little bit extra. And then we just go ahead and we have to actually dig it out and cut it out because the roots are so strong. And then we just go ahead and divide it, put it into pots, and then the next spring they're ready to go. And these are also another thing that are like $10 a pop. Or you can start them from seed too, but they are a little bit of a slow grower and they take a lot of time. So this is an easier way. So from one of these guys, I guarantee you we're gonna get about 10 plants. This will be about $100 plant once we're done.
Pretty cool. Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, so. We also had cannas in those window boxes. So what I did was I dug those out as well, and we got all kinds of canna bulbs, even more even in here. We have a total of over, it was 42. So cannas go for about $10 per canna. So that's like $420 worth of cannas. So I went ahead and I potted up about 8 of them so that way we can have some just to enjoy in the winter time. But the rest, what I'm going to do is I lay them out flat in a dark area in the house. I leave them there for about 1 to 2 days. Once you see that the soil is dry and there's no more moisture, then I go ahead and toss them into a brown paper bag and store them in the basement where it's cool and dark and dry. So then that next spring, once we're clear of our frosts and everything, we dig them in the ground throughout wherever we want them, or even in pots. We can start them earlier, maybe in February, and then by then they'll be ready to use in containers or in the ground or wherever we want to use them. So it'll be awesome. 420 bucks.
Can't go wrong. All right, so now I'm on the second side, got the first sidewall over there secured. So this is the wiggle wire that we've talked about before, and you can see in the track, this is what holds the plastic in. So you basically just kind of come down the line here, and this holds the plastic nice and secure. And then you just keep going. Make sure everything's nice and tight and snug coming down the Coming down the wall. There you go.
And now I'm potting up the grasses here. And then we're gonna put them inside of the greenhouse along with some of the canna bulbs already planted up and just keep them in here for a little while. We don't have anything set up yet, but we're working on it.
All right, we got rain coming, but we are gonna get these banana trees into the greenhouse. This will be our first big plant in the greenhouse.
Yep, but the first thing we gotta do is eliminate everything out of it so that way the banana tree can just focus on its own growth. And that way too we're not carrying in too many bugs from the outdoors in.
Well, banana planters are in the greenhouse.
Yep.
We're already using the space. Look at the girls got their little seats there. And it's not even heated in here yet, but it is a good 10-15 degrees warmer in here than outside.
And no breeze.
And no wind. So these are the grasses that Casey was showing before. And look at that.
Starting to rain.
It's starting to rain, but it doesn't matter. We're protected. We got a roof over our heads.
Yeah, but I got stuff on the ranger. Can you go dump?
Uh-oh, okay, all right.
I'm gonna water.
Yep, so Lana already wants to help water. We have just enough hose to water water the banana trees. Let's turn it on for you. Here. There you go. They need a lot of water because I didn't water them for a couple days. I knew we were gonna move them in here, so I wanted them to be nice and light. All right, Sayla was crying. She wanted a turn too, so now Sayla gets a turn.
Can I have a turn?
All right, that's probably enough water. We don't want to overwater them.